What's up, everybody? This is Yes Yankee Swerve, and last Saturday we had our big championship fight between Cain Velasquez and Junior Dos Santos for the heavyweight title, and still your UFC Heavyweight Champion of the world, Cain Velasquez, won the 5th round by TKO over Cigano Dos Santos. Looking at the stats, fucking Cain Velasquez pretty much dominated this fight. I mean, Junior got a submission attempt, but Cain got out of that. I didn't watch the fight. I just kind of heard about who won and who lost. I had to work that night, so I couldn't watch it. Basically, from the looks of it, Cain Velasquez fucking dominated this fight, and he would have won by decision if he didn't knock him out. But before I get into Cain Velasquez and Junior Dos Santos, I'll run down the results. Cormier beat Roy Big Country by decision. Once again, another dominating performance by Daniel Cormier, still undefeated. His total strikes so much more over Roy Nelson. Roy Nelson really didn't do anything, did he? Holy shit. 3 takedowns to Roy's 0. Gilbert Melendez and Diego Sanchez. Gilbert Melendez won by decision. This one actually looked pretty even. Couple submission attempts from Diego. He knocked him down once. That one looked pretty even, so Gilbert Melendez came out with that one. Gabriel Gonzaga, that was the shocker of the night. It looks like the KO over Sean Jordan. I don't know if shocker is the right word, but that was the quickest fight, it looks like, out of Gabe Gonzaga. Oh, never mind. John Dodson over Daryl Montague, which that was a no-brainer. John Dodson he's like the second best lightweight. I didn't think Daryl Montague had a fucking shot at it, but so yeah, those are the results of the main card. Couple notable prelims. Tim Bosch won. Hector Lombard beat Nate Marquardt. Jessica I beat Sarah Kaufman. Wow. KJ Nunes beat George Jacopoulos. That's basically it. Back to the heavyweight title fight. Cain Velasquez beat him by technical knockout. And between these two, this was the best of 3, and Cain Velasquez got 2 out of the 3. The first one, I think, was the first fight they had. Junior Dos Santos knocked him out in like a minute 40, I think it was. It was quick. The first Fox fight. The next fight they had, Cain Velasquez won by decision, and this fight, Cain won by technical knockout. So basically, I don't want to see this fight ever again. I don't want to see anybody fucking... I don't want to see Joe Silva, Dana White. I don't want to see this fight scheduled again. We know who the better man is. Cain Velasquez knocked out Junior Dos Santos. He beat him twice. Cain Velasquez has won twice against Junior Dos Santos out of the 3 times they've met. This should be the last fight they fight together. I don't want to see it anymore. We know Cain Velasquez is the better man. I want to see Cain defend the belt against other guys. I want to see Dan Cormier against Cain Velasquez, to be perfectly honest. Because Daniel Cormier is undefeated, and the only loss Cain Velasquez has on his record is that 1-minute Junior Dos Santos knockout. So I think that would be a great fight. Like, one of the best in the heavyweight division in a long time. That's not Cain Velasquez and Junior Dos Santos. As for Junior Dos Santos, I don't really know where he goes from here. Obviously, he can work his way back up to another title fight. But I think as long as Cain is the champion, I don't think Junior Dos Santos should get another shot. Because this is twice in a row that Cain Velasquez has beat him. I mean, you know, these UFC fights, they don't really go more than three of the same fight, you know. Like, what was the one? Matt Hughes had like three fights with somebody, and I think he took like 2 of them or whatever. I don't know. I forget who they were with though. I want to say BJ Penn, but I don't really know. But yeah, it's like once a fighter beats you twice, once the same fighter beats you twice, it's kind of hard for Silva and Dana White to just be like, okay, we're gonna schedule this fight again. You know, they're not gonna schedule a fight if they know what's gonna happen. You know, that's like Frankie Edgar. He beat BJ Penn twice. BJ Penn has not gotten another shot. You know, I think he's actually retired now. But I don't know. It's like, that's like if Chris Weidman beats fucking Anderson Silva again. You think Anderson Silva's gonna get another shot at the title? As long as Weidman's here? I don't think that's gonna happen, but you know, it's one of those things. These UFC fights don't usually, they lack luster after 3, you know? They lack luster after 3. But, well, it's like the Chuck Liddell and Randy Couture fights. They went 3. They had 3 fights. They both pretty much retired after those 3 fights. I mean, but anyway, let's see. Looking forward in the UFC, let's see, what's the next event, like actual event here? The next event is, it's a fight night, Machado and Munoz, this Saturday, which, yeah, whatever, you know, great. Yeah, the next three are like fight nights. Fight night for the troops. You know, we got Machida and Munoz this Saturday. Next week is or no, it's a couple weeks from then. It's fucking fight night for the troops. We got, actually, this one fight night I kind of want to see is Vitor Belfort and Dan Henderson. I want to kind of see that one. I think that's the only fight on the card that's really worth it, though. But the next time the UFC's on pay-per-view should be one of the greatest cards the UFC's ever put together. This is the best card the UFC's ever put together. George St. Pierre puts his title up against Johnny Hendricks in the main event. Sugar Rashad Evans fights Chael P. Sonnen. Rory McDonald fights fucking Robbie Lawler. Josh Koscheck is on the card against Tyron Woodley. I don't know how many of you have heard of Tyron Woodley, but, you know, whatever. Let's see, who else? Tim Elliott and somebody. Then Donald Cowboy Cerrone against Evan frickin' Dunham. That'll be the prelim main event. So this next card is one of the best I've seen in a long time out of the UFC. Usually the UFC puts together like one fight that everybody wants to see, and it's like, oh hey, yeah, we'll slap this one together, and you know, we'll slap together a couple other fights and be like, oh yeah, you know, you paid to see like Junior Dos Santos and Cain Velasquez, or fucking you paid to see fucking Anderson Silva and somebody, you know, like it's those kind of fights. Like, oh, you paid to see John Jones, like, you know, fucking. It's that kind of shit usually. But this one, it's like you have a couple options. You know, you got George St. Pierre's putting his title up. Chael Sonnen always draws his band of merry gentlemen, you know, as well as Rashad Evans, you know. Robbie Lawler and Rory McDonald should be a good one. Josh Koscheck, you know, he's a decent name, you know, he's a big name. Fucking, you know, so it's this is a good this is a good card the next time they're on pay-per-view. Okay, so anyway, Cain Velasquez still the heavyweight champ. I don't want to see that fight again. This has been Yankee Go Swerve, and I'll catch y'all on the flip.